Hello and welcome to Action Teacher Video. Video is a powerful tool that teachers are using to reflect on their own practice and communicate new ideas. In this series, we feature videos produced by teachers themselves and discuss the contents and implications here in the studio. In this programme, we'll be looking at an innovative approach to English teaching in Castlefields Infant School, captured on camera by teacher Sarah Brigg and called The Bear Hunt. I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by Sarah Brigg. Sarah, hello and welcome. Joining Sarah is another teacher with some similar experiences and concerns from Abbey Gates Primary School, Darren Powell. Hi. I'm also delighted to introduce consultant and frequent contributor to Teachers TV, Adrian Jones. Sarah, I just wonder if you could give me a little bit of background to this project.
We've been using video in school now for quite some time. We wanted to use the outdoors. We've got wonderful grounds and we try to use them as much as we can, get the children outside, getting involved in building projects and all sorts of wonderful ideas that come from the children and from the staff as well. So we decided that the bear hunt would be a brilliant starting point.
Welcome to Castlefields. There are 120 Key Stage 1 children and 105 Foundation Stage children. At Castlefields we have got fantastic grounds and use the outdoors every day throughout the year. We are prepared for all weather. Waterproofs and wellies are always at the ready. Over the year we plan lots of exciting activities, in school, outdoors and visits beyond school. We recently went on a residential trip to Malham. We all had a wonderful time. We visited Ingleborough Caves to reinforce work carried out on Light and Dark. This was the inspiration for the project We're Going on a Bear Hunt and building a cave in the school grounds. We have also been interested to find out if being outside affects the way that children interact with each other, and we have found this really interesting. We've been watching the film as a team and we have seen things that we didn't expect to see. It has also helped us to focus our observations in general. You are now going to see a snapshot of the children planning and working together to create different parts of the story.
You remember, children, when we went to Ingleborough Caves? Can you think of what the caves were like inside?
Scary.
Scary. What else? Dark.
Angus persevered with this large piece of material for about 5 minutes before he asked for help.
I'm squashed. Jacob,
Jacob has organised his team now and Amber is just deciding which box to use while Angus and Eleanor wait for further instruction. About an hour later, the children decided to move their cave and set up against the willow tunnel, which proved to be successful.
Where's the bed? When are we going to go in the bed?
Different parts of the story were being recreated in other areas of the playground. Mud, glorious mud. Negotiation in action. The strongest character wins. The children found investigating the properties of water so exciting.
Help me up!
It was really interesting to listen to the vocabulary the children were using to describe what it was like walking through the long grass. Meanwhile, back at the second cave, the children had almost finished their task.
You could put it over the
Well done. I think we worked really hard together. Remember something that was in the cave? What was in the cave, Hannah? You've gone again. The stalagmites and stalactites stuck together. You clever girl. Well done. Well, I think you've worked really well as a team. What's that for, Eleanor? That's for the dog. Who's in there now? And what are you doing in there, Angus?
I put that box in there.
What's the box in there for? There's got two rooms. I think you've got 2 rooms in your cave. And a spider's web on top, Eleanor. Fantastic. Yeah, she's fine. No.
Sarah, it's very interesting to see how children behave when they think that no one's watching. Did you find a lot of surprises?
We did. I mean, it was something we were really interested in finding out, comparing inside observations with outside observations and actually looking at how children interact in a different space. We saw things that we didn't expect to see, which was fascinating for us all.
What kinds of things?
Just that there's a little boy who, when he's inside the classroom, he stands back and observes, doesn't join in very much, and actually he came alive outside. He was there in the middle of it, joining in, coming up with ideas, suggestions, and it was just wonderful to see this side to him that we hadn't seen. So throughout the rest of the year we made sure that we gave him more opportunities to work outside.
Darren, what did you think of Sarah's video?
I thought it was excellent how she brought the book alive to all the children and giving the book a real context, so making the children experience those things that happened in the book for themselves, and also the problem-solving aspect of it, where the children had to use social interaction and math skills and science skills to recreate the story.
Angus persevered with this large piece of material for about 5 minutes before he asked for help.
I'm squashed. Jacob's doing that.
So what did you think of this little boy and how he managed to solve the problem?
Well, it took him long enough, didn't it? Is that unusual for him to take that length of time?
No, he does persevere with most tasks.
It's a great life skill.
Absolutely.
Is their relationship with each other different outside than it is in the classroom?
Again, with some children, it can be. The majority of children, they do interact the same, and that's what we've observed. But for the minority of children, and I think it is that minority that we need to meet the needs of.
Sarah, there's so much going on in that video. There's water play, there's building caves. How do you manage it all?
Well, we use the outdoors a lot, and we have 4 members of staff that work closely together, and we plan large-scale activities to ensure that all the children can access the different sorts of activities on offer. For this project, we actually split the children up into teams, and they had a focused activity. So the team working on the cave stayed on the cave project. The children working in the water stayed on the water. Although all the children have been involved in various different activities throughout the year as well. So it does take a lot of planning, but the benefits are obviously there to be seen. The children are happy, they're enjoying themselves, and they're learning.
No, we're not. Let's get him on the game. No, we need to know you can use the tyre.
Negotiation in action. The strongest character wins.
Sarah, how would you build upon that behaviour and interpret it?
Well, we did add some resources that the children may have to negotiate over, some that could be used for the cave building or the water, or for one of the other projects. So it was interesting to see the negotiation that was going on there. And the little girl was very determined, and it was obviously that she was going to win. She had both hands on the tyre and she was not going to part with it. But the little boy, who doesn't find communication easy, he was having a good go at claiming the tyre. He did actually find a tyre and use that for his project, so he went away quite happy as well.
This is a question for both of you, and it's in relation to using video to support professional development. I mean, what do you think are its advantages?
We decided to use video because we knew that there was going to be lots of things that we couldn't capture by just observing the children as a team. There are 4 members in the team, and obviously when you've got 60 children working in a very large space on different ideas and different themes, we found using the video an absolutely fantastic tool. We've learnt so much, and it's just going to be used now throughout the year and throughout school as well.
And Darren, what about you? What about your use of video for CPD?
I think firstly as a form of evidence of learning, and as a form of evidence for my own professional development, showing myself on camera and the skills that I've learnt. I also found it a really useful tool to reflect on my own teaching, and just little things from my use of voice to where I'm standing in the classroom, down to during the editing phase of seeing particular boys and girls who weren't paying attention or maybe not doing what they should have been. So to have that reflection was really useful.
How do you develop something like that? Where do you go from here?
With the videos, obviously we've got to now look into seeing if we can afford to buy more video cameras, because everybody's going to be wanting the sole one in the school. Obviously then the learning how to use the video and editing, which has been a very steep learning curve for myself, but vital skills now which I will be sharing with everybody else in school.
Well, I think you've done a wonderful job, and I wish you a lot of luck in the future. Of course, if you want to find out more, you can go to our website at teachers.tv. It only remains for me to say thank you to our teacher producer, Sarah Briggs, and guest, Darren Powell, and of course, Adrian Jones. Please join us again on Action Teacher Video, and in the meantime from me, Xanthi Steen, goodbye.